guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's activity, we're going to do the exercise 4-1, which is this one, the power feed bracket. So let's start by insert a circle. So we're in a 2 times speed, so that is much easier. So let's insert the diameter of the circle. Just follow the given diameter. So after that, create another circle and align it on the bottom line of the first circle. There you have it. So make sure that the center and the bottom line of the portion of the circle is on the same line. And then insert line and then tangent it on the another circle. So if you haven't yet activated the tangent O snap, so you can activate it by typing O snap and then enter, and then you can see, you can click the tangent so that it will be easier for you to insert a tangent line to a circle. Next one, I'll be doing a guideline so that it will be easier for me to insert another figure above the small circle. So this time I'm following the given data. I perform in this one I perform trim to remove those excess, and then this one I perform fillet by cutting off the edges and make it a smooth edge. The next one, we'll be creating small circles on the rectangle with a diameter of 0.1875. So again guys, here I'm still following the given values by inserting following those distances. And as you can see, there's a lot of approach on how you can create this type of figure, and it's based on how you do it and what approach are you gonna do is the best or most easier for you. So this time I removed those excess line by trimming. So you can just type TR, or on the tab you can click the trim. So this time I create a line tangent, so I'm going to fillet it with a radius of 0.94. Then this time I remove the guidelines. So on the first part, the next thing to do is to insert a line from that circle and then with an angle of 80 degrees. And after that, I'm going to use the offset, just type it by typing OFF and offset it on the other side. So this time guys, I noticed that the circle is not correct, so I just change it to the correct circle with a radius of it has a diameter of 0.56. So this time I'll just inserting those necessary lines. So this time we're going to do the lower part of the this circle. I do the offset so that it will be easier for me to insert line, and then in the end I'll just use trim so that to remove those excess lines. So in this portion, guys, you may notice that what measurement did I use in this portion. So as you can see on the whole activity, you can see on the right side that the circle of that circle is the center of that circle above that line is the same as the center of the circle on the right side. So I use the measurement on the right side so that it will be the same, magkapantay dun sa bottom, para sila magkapantay dun sa bottom. So from that center pababa, so ang measurement dun is 2.30. So the next one is just inserting those lines. Then next, as I said earlier, we're going to input offset. We're going to use offset and so that we can input lines. Now, after inserting lines, you can add another perpendicular line so that you have a guide if you want. So this time we're going to use layers. So inserting layers, you can add as many layers as you can. Just kung ano lang kailangan. And this time I add dimensions. I change the color. I change the what type of line. So the same as for the green, the purple color. So based on the given figure, so we'll be using red, green, and purple. So this time, guys, we'll be inserting the hidden lines. So this time I used a guideline so that it will be easier for me to insert lines, so that you can use a parallel function or a perpendicular function or tangent function or anything. So this time, guys, I used I just insert a hidden line downward and another hidden line on the left side. So it is not efficient. So I'll just remove it and insert another line which corresponds to the dimensions of that line, which is 1.76, and then I'll just use the offset or copy. You can use copy or offset. Offset, and then paste it on the other side. There you have it, and then just insert those perpendicular lines. There you have it. So I'm gonna copy it on the other side and do the offset again. So it still depends upon you on how you're going to approach this portion, but still do the easiest way. So it's the same. I do the offset so that it will be easier for me to insert another line, and then I just remove the guidelines that I insert earlier, and then this time I do the fillet on the edges of those hidden lines, and then after that I'm gonna insert a large hidden lines. Hidden lines or dashed lines, depends. And then after that, just use trim so that to remove those excess lines. There you have it. Okay. And the next is inserting another hidden lines. I use the offset again. And after that, I'm going to add another lines, which is in the purple one. So this time I use the shortcut function, which is just touch the cursor on the line so that you can easily find the center or the midpoint of the line, just like what I did here. So this time I'm inserting another hidden lines, just the green one. So we're almost done. Sorry, I'm gonna change it from lines. Okay, we're almost done. So don't forget to check regularly on what layer are you in. So this time I'll be inserting dimensions. So by clicking the annotate on the tab and then click what dimensions you're going to insert. For circle, radius, diameter, or for rectangle, the distance, linear distance. So this time I'm inserting. So this time I insert a multi-leader so that it will be, the arrow will be extended on a larger scale, just like this one. And then I'll just inserting the dimensions. And then next, the dimensions on the upper portion. So from the center of that, there you have it. We have the 5x26 and then another one. So make sure you click the right object or edges or the outer line of a certain object so that the measurement will be correct. So this one, it depends on what object you click first. Kung saan pepesto yung dimensions, just like this one. And then next, the radius of the fillet, the radius of the hidden line circle. So it's just a dimension. So dimensions can be found on the tab on annotate. Then click the dimensions, and if you want to change the color, the size, just click dim, DIM, style, and then enter, and then you can see all those modifications. So just click modify if you're going to change the style of the dimensions. You can change the color, you can change the size, you can change the type of the arrow, anything you want, which is on what is available on that settings on the editor of the dimensions. So we're almost done. Inserting dimensions. So just make sure that you click the right object. So this time I'm going to save it as an activity 4. So we're almost done on the dimensions. So we're going to turn off the layer, which is the dimensions layer, the green one and the purple one, so that we can easily see the original figure. There you have it. So the next is the right portion of the figure. So this right portion of the figure doesn't have any accurate distance between the right or the left portion, because when I searched it, I saw that there are examples that the right portion and the left portion of this activity are far from each other, and some of them are closer to each other, and the most important thing in this figure is that the right portion and the left portion should be level to each other, or pantay dapat sila based dun sa lines na yun na nasa gitna, yung mahabang lines na yan. So this time I'll be inserting those lines, and I'll be using the left portion as my guide in inserting those lines, because it has the same length and the same dimensions as on the right side. So for me to be easily insert lines and do the right portion. So for you to be easily insert lines, you can use ortho mode rather, or the polar, so that you can easily insert a line with an angle of 0 or 90 degree or 180 degree, so on and so forth. It's a straight line. This time I use the offset so that I can easily insert a duplicate of that original line, and then another line on the right side. So this time I'm still following the given distance, given values, given dimensions based on the figure, and still it depends upon you on how you're going to do this portion. So as I said earlier, just do the easiest way. So this time, as you can see, it has the same dimensions or the same height as on the left side. So it's easier for you to touch those figures so that you're going to have a guidelines in inserting that line. So just make sure that the perpendicular, the parallel, and the other OSNAP functions are activated. So as you can see on this portion, that the right portion, the left portion, just yung ginawa natin kanina, the rectangle one, has the same dimensions on this right side that we're going to do. So just use it as a guide. So this time, it's just the common functions that you will be using is the OSNAPs, which is the tangent, the parallel, the perpendicular, and the fillet, the lines or polylines, circles. Yeah, I think yun lang. And for the layers, we just, if you don't know layers, it is you can divide the original figure on the dimensions, on the other dimensions that you're going to insert. You know what I'm saying? So this time I'll just doing a fillet, inserting lines. As you can see, I touched the other figure so that I'm going to have the same dimension. Another fillet. So for you to be easily insert another fillet, just when you click F and then enter, and then click R for the radius, and then insert the radius or type the radius, and after that enter again and click the two objects that you're going to fillet, and after that if you have another object to be fillet, so just click enter again, so for you to be easily insert another do another fillet. So I just insert a circle. It has a diameter of 0.1875, the same as this lower portion, lower part, the lower circle. So we're going to insert another circle with the same small circle and a big circle. So I'm still following the given dimensions, given distance, given radius, and a given diameter of a circle, or diameter of a fillet. So as you can see, I'm using that line, that horizontal line, as my guide, because earlier I insert a line just perpendicular to the right side, right on the horizontal, so that it will be easier for me to insert a circle with an exact dimension. So as you can see that those three circles, the center of those three circles, this is the big one on the left side, and the two circles, which is the smaller circles, has the same horizontal line, or they're all on the same level. So that's what important in this figure. So this time, this portion, guys, you might notice that it has no any diameter or radius given on the exercise, but I use the radius or the diameter of the circle below the right circle, that smaller one. So ginamit ko yung radius nun, which is 1.12, which is it's not the same on the actual figure, which is the outer circle of that one is lagpas dun sa horizontal line na nasa taas. So this time, I'll just I'll be inserting some lines. So as you can see, I'm still using the other portion as my guide, so for me to easily insert lines, because both the left and the right portion has the same level rather. So make sure that every lines that you are inserting has an accurate dimensions or value, so that when you insert dimensions, it will be accurate. So this time we'll be inserting another circle. It is the lower portion of the right side. So I'm still using the other side as my guidelines. Insert another circle which has the same diameter as the other small circles. So as I said earlier, that I used the diameter of the lower part circle of the right portion, which is this one, as the same diameter on the upper right circle, that one, because they are very much alike. However, that circle on the upper part is not lagpas doon sa horizontal line. Nonetheless, still we'll be following the given dimensions. So this portion, guys, I'm still inserting lines based on the given dimensions. And on this portion, so we'll be using fillet later. So first, just insert pointed edges, just like that one. And then later on, we're going to do the fillet. With a given radius. So inserting fillet again, just type F and then enter, and then R for the radius, and then insert or input your radius, then enter. again, trim again, so to remove those excess lines. So you can adjust your fillet, whether where its endpoint is. Then after that, insert that line. We're almost done on the right portion. Oh, I forgot, we have that one, so we're going to add another fillet for that portion. So this time we're going to add again another fillet. So by the way, it is a hidden line or the dashed line. Then fillet, and then again remove those excess lines. And then add another line. So again we're going to fillet it. On this portion, guys, it's difficult to the fillet because the given lines are too short. So I just extended it. Then after that, stretch those lines. So we're almost done on the right hand portion. So on this portion we're going to add a slant line. So but just first insert the horizontal line. So as you can see, every line is interconnected to each other. So this time, I'll be using the parallel so that it has the same angle. There you have it. So remove those excess lines by using trim. After that, use another fillet. So we're almost done on this portion. So after that, we're going to insert the dimensions. Sorry, I forgot. So just click so that make the dimensions visible. There you have it. On this portion, I'm using a guidelines by inserting another line so that it will be easier for me to find the midpoint or the center of that line. So as I said earlier, it depends upon on how you're going to approach, what approach are you going to use. So still in this portion, I'm inserting dimensions. So the green one, the red one, and the purple one. So make sure that you click the right object or the right line in inserting dimensions, so that the dimensions or the distance will be accurate. So in this portion, as you can see, when you drag the dimensions up, there's no line down there. So you can just do the same thing, but when you drag the dimensions upward, you can see a little dot thread, and then drag it down so that you can extend the lines of that dimension. So just like what I'm going to do right now. So just like that. Another one. Dimensions. And dimensions. So on the lower portion, so we're going to use the radius and the diameter dimensions. So the same as before, just drag it, another one, radius, there you have it. Alright, and then that one. You may notice that this one, the radius, is 0.19 because the original radius is 0.1875. So since we already set the decimal points or the precision in 2 decimal points, so that value will be rounded up, so it will be 90. That's why the radius is 0.19 instead of 0.1875. So I'm still inserting the dimensions. So this time I'm inserting the center, which is a type of line. And then I'll be adding the dimensions on the lower portion of that. So there's gonna be another dimensions. On this portion, just insert a horizontal line, which will be the basis of your dimensions. There you have it. So we're almost done, I guess. So I'll do a quick and short checking after this. I'm gonna see if all the dimensions are correct. But before, let's insert the border or the title and the title block. So we have the limits of 13 by 8.5, which is a long bond paper. So just move that rectangle. Make sure leave a space for title block, which is we're gonna do a title block this time. Just half of the border. After inserting lines, so input all the necessary lines. So inserting lines, you can just click the multi-text on the upper left, and then first type your the title, and you can easily change the size of the text. The upper portion, the left upper portion, which you can see the 0.2000, and you can change that. So it's too big. Let's make it smaller, a little bit smaller, so that it complements the title block. Just adjust the size so that it fits the block. There you have it. A little bit smaller. And then the next is the name, and then the school name, the plate number, or instead of plate number, I put or insert the exercise 4-1, and then the date, which is March 27. There you have it, we're done. So this is the layout 1. Wait, we're going to change it on layout 2, this one. But before we proceed, I did some checking on the dimensions on the whole figure, so that we make sure that there will be no incorrect lines, incorrect dimensions, or anything, so that it will be accurate as much as possible. So this time, after I checked it, so we're going to make it visible, the dimensions, all those dimensions, the red, green, and the purple one. As you can see, it's not on the right alignment. So we're going to insert another line to make it on the same level as alignment. There you have it. On this portion, 2.49 is wrong, so we're going to change it into 2.30 later, but first let's just check this one. So after my analysis, that circle on the right portion, that lower part of the circle is not the same, or it's not aligned with the dimension of that 2.30. So which means that it's not on the same alignment. So after that, I've come into this value 2.30, which is a little bit higher on the lower portion of that circle, which is the same as on the figure. So after that, we're going to change or modify the size of the text, which is too big for the dimension, so I'm going to make it smaller. So you can find it dim style by typing dim style and then enter, then modify. So there you have it. So the dimensions are a little bit more smaller and easier to see. So I guess we're almost done. I've already checked everything. So we're going to use this layout too as our layout. So save the PDF. So since our limit is 13 by 8.5, which is long, so in this portion there's no long, which is 13 by 8.5. So I'll be using the legal size, which is 14 by 8.5. So thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day and God bless us all.